Spiritual awareness is a key to our walking with the Lord. You have to develop spiritual awareness. You have the capacity for it because you were made to have fellowship with Him. So you have that capacity. You have to learn how to connect and dwell in the secret place. You know, sovereign experiences for the Lord are given to us so that they might be internalized and we could have faith then to walk in them. We think, oh, we have a sovereign experience. That's a one-off. You know, you have an experience in God and it was wonderful. You maybe have this encounter and it was sovereign. You didn't do anything to manifest that. It just happened. Why did you have that? Why did it happen? Because when they happen, it establishes within you the ability to walk in it from then on. There's an impartation, you see, that comes with it. Once you've done something once in God, you can do it again. See, when you learn to prophesy, you can do it again, right? Prophesying doesn't take a lot of faith. The problem is the Bible didn't tell you how to prophesy, does it? If it is, please tell me. It's not in there, how to prophesy. It just says to do it. I thought, well, that's a bit mean. How are we supposed to do that without knowing what to do? You all might prophesy. How do we do it? It doesn't tell us in the Bible how to do that. You learn either by the experience of others or by the teaching of the Holy Spirit, right? Now that's extra biblical. Ooh. Down in the Bible, nowhere in the Bible tells you how to prophesy. It's extra biblical. Somebody else has to tell you, oh, you've got to learn it from the Holy Spirit. And there's so many things are like that, you know. We're told to dwell in the secret place of the Most High. We're not told where it is or how to do it. I kept saying, well, where is this blooming secret place of the Most High? Where is it? And how do I get in there? True. If it's there, we must be able to do it. You know, you can be constantly aware of the Lord at all times. I'm constantly of the Lord right now. I was constant aware of the Lord as I walked in. I was constant of the Lord while I was driven here. And I could turn to Him, talk to Him at any time, and He would answer me back. Now, how would He do that? Let me tell you something. This is not rocket science. We're told to walk in the Spirit so many times in the Bible. Live in the Spirit, walk in the Spirit. But we're not told how to do it. It's something we have to learn. And we have to learn it quick. You know, it took me a long time to learn this, and it was a long struggle and a long seeking and fasting and praying. But I can teach you it today, and you don't have to go through that. You know, and it's some people are pioneers, but once the pioneer has gone through it, people can follow after. And some people pioneer things. It's as simple as that, you know. And so I want to share with you today. There is a secret place which is in your spirit. And accessing that. The Bible tells us when we turn our heart to the Lord, there is a veil that comes down. Right? When you turn your heart to the Lord, it's 2 Corinthians 3:15, but even unto this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon the hearts of those people. Nevertheless, what is it? When the heart, obviously, is turned to the Lord, the veil drops. There's a veil between this realm and the realm which God lives in, the spirit realm. There's a veil between it. And we live on one side and he lives on the other side. Now, the problem is, how do we get that veil to be dropped? You see, your body, your spirit, soul, and body. Your body is like the outer court, physical realm. Your soul is like the holy place. Your spirit is the place where God dwells, the holiest of all, right? But between the soul and the spirit, the holy place and the holiest of all, there is a veil. And it's how to get through that veil is the problem. So when the heart is turned to the Lord, the veil is taken away. What is the heart? Oh, that's a difficult question. What is the heart? See, there's a veil between. When the heart turns to the Lord, that veil is removed. In Matthew chapter 12, verse 30, and thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with your soul and your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. Well, obviously, he's not talking about our physical heart, is he? You can't turn to the Lord and love the Lord with your physical heart. So what are we talking about? With your soul, your thoughts, and your feelings, your mind, your emotions. So the heart is a general term. It can refer to the physical heart, but mostly it refers to the soul, the mind, emotions, and the will. When you turn your heart, your longings, your mind, your heart to the Lord, the veil is going to be removed. There is a bridge. There is a conscious link between our soul and our spirit. Conscious link. A bridge which we can learn to cross. You know, it's kind of difficult to explain, so you'll have to bear with me. You know, the Bible tells us in Ephesians 4:23, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Well, what is the spirit of your mind? You know, really it should read, be renewed in your spirit, the part where your spirit connects with your mind. Your mind has to be renewed, but it uses the word, connects the word spirit with it. You know, your brain is an incredible mechanism. Incredible. It stores everything you see, everything you hear. You got to remember this, when you're watching television, you're storing those images. Right? That's why they can be recalled, because they're on the hard drive. Okay? Not only does it stores memories, it stores smells, it stores feelings. And if anything of those are triggered by the enemy, you're into that mood. So you got to be careful what you feed into this area here. And it's an incredible thing, you know. Your mind is incredible. But there is a part of your mind that the animals don't have. Only humans have. And that is the ability to imagine. Why did God give you imagination? You know, people say to me, oh, that was just your imagination. I say, yes. You know, you have 3 projectors. You've got a screen in here. The Holy Spirit can project onto it. The devil can project onto it, same screen. And you can project onto it. Right? You understand where I'm coming from? You know, those images you see, where'd that come from? Wow. You know, it can be unclean, it can be anything. You say, whoa, did that? You know, the devil has a projector. God has a projector. And you do. 1 screen, 3 projections. So we have to be very, very careful, you know. Usually when God speaks to us, it's spontaneous. I'm trying to explain this to you. God gave you imagination. to breach the barrier between the soul and the spirit. You know, the church has poo-pooed the imagination, mainly because of the New Age, you know, imaging, all that kind of stuff. Well, the Bible had it first. There's a way that you can connect with God, and if you practice it, the connection will become permanent. Permanent. It's there is a link. Turning your heart to the Lord requires the use of your imagination. You know, the Hebrew word for imagination is the word yetzer. Hebrew word yetzer. And it's a Hebrew, when it's in the King James, and it uses the word mind. But when it's the Hebrew word yetzer, it's the Hebrew word for imagination. Only for imagination. And it literally means to frame a thing, like you put a picture in a frame. Literally means that. And that's why it says in Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3, I will keep him in perfect peace, whose yetzer, it's not just the rational mind, it's the imagination, is stayed on him. He will keep you in peace when you frame a picture of him in your mind. Connect. Frame a picture. And we've said, oh, you know, the mind, you've got to get rid of the mind, it's got to be all of God. People who say that are mindless. God gave you a mind for a good reason. We have to live in this physical realm, and we have to connect with an unseen realm. And he's given us the ability to connect. I will keep him in perfect peace, whose imagination is stayed upon the Lord. How many of you know you can go anywhere in your imagination? It's an incredible thing, you know. Nothing in this world was made without imagination first. People who create things, it's first in their imagination. You cannot separate that. God imagined things and then he spoke it into being. And so, okay, quickly, you can go anywhere, you know. A few years ago, I shared with you by the Hebrew word olam. Some of you will remember that.